Top news headlines from the news desk at the Kittanning Paper right now on radio for your neighborhood. AM 1380 and FM 103.7 WTYM Kittanning Ford City.
Originally, the bond issue was supposed to be bringing somewhere around $9+ million of cash to the school district, but now you're saying that that didn't happen. In fact, it was so much better than you anticipated.
Yeah. At our special board meeting on August 22nd, we presented to the public and the board that the refunding of the 2010 issue is going to generate approximately $9.2 million in savings, and our refunding of the 2013 issue is going to roughly be around $250,000. And to our surprise, the perfect storm kind of hit, and we saved a lot more. The 2010 issued approximately about $10.2 million in savings, and the 2013 around just shy of $300,000. The plan for these additional funds, these proceeds from the bond refundings, is we're going to take cash, the 10.2 savings from the 2010, we're going to take cash, and we're going to devote those funds to future capital projects and construction needs that the district's going to have identified for the next 5 years. And the $300,000 savings from the 2013 issue, we're going to use to reduce debt on that debt, on those bonds over the next 7 years.
I know from attending meetings that you have come up with, for instance, Dayton needing HVAC change and some security. I know that Lenape Elementary needs a new roof. So these were things that you kept bringing up and people kept giving you pricing on. But really, there wasn't a plan until now in place of how you were going to be able to finance those, because those were not budgetary items till now, right?
That is correct. We did know that we were going to refund this bond eventually, and there was going to be some funds available to do some of those projects you just mentioned. We started looking at this back in May. The savings at that time was around $4.9 million. Now that would have addressed the Dayton HVAC and maybe the roof at Lenape. The other things we weren't sure what we were going to do. Take from our fund balance to the general fund, do the bond issue, raise taxes. They're all different options to generate money to do these projects. But when this came in with these savings, like I said, we're going to put that away. We're going to earmark it for the Dayton project, the Lenape roof, the West Shamokin roof. There's some heating and cooling units here at this building that need to be upgraded. We're also looking at an HVAC project at West Shamokin. And the best thing is these funds are dedicated towards those, and the need to raise taxes or to do additional debt does not exist now, because we have these funds to work with.
What does that mean kind of long term with regards to taxes?
I can't promise anything, but at least for these projects, we're not going to need any tax money, because we are not using these savings for anything else except for capital projects. It's not going to pay to turn the lights on. It's not going to pay salaries. This is strictly to fund capital projects moving forward. But our overall district financial situation is very good. We talked about it in the spring during the budget process, and I don't envision any time in the near future us raising taxes for any reason here in the school district.
It's kind of a personal question, but I know every day you were watching the rates, you were checking things, because the board had authorized you to make that decision.
Yes.
And so even as late on Tuesday, you were thinking it's still going to be in the $9 million realm. So when the bonds were actually sold and things came about, and they called you and they gave you that number of over 10 million, I got to find out your reaction to that.
Yeah, I was coming back from lunch. I knew that the bond sale was going on. Wasn't sure exactly what the results going to be. And as you mentioned, as early as Tuesday afternoon, we were looking around 9.3 million in savings. When they told me it was 10.2, I was just flabbergasted. I was very relieved, very happy. This was, not something that just Sam Kirk did. It was something that the entire administration and the board has been working on. We expedited this process. Instead of waiting to our regular meetings, we called special meetings to make sure that our board was aware of what was happening on the environment of the rates as they continue to go down. And it was just a perfect storm. We hit the perfect day, did the sell on the right day, and we saw the savings that we did. Not sure what the bond market did today. I don't care what it did today. If it went down, it went up, doesn't matter. I mean, we've saved more than we thought we were going to save, and it puts us in a very solid financial position moving forward.
You were talking at one point, and they were recommending if you could save, what was it, 2.5% or something like that?
Right.
That was a good number. Your board had authorized, as long as it didn't go below 7 million,
Yes.
to go ahead and proceed.
Right.
But you did 10
Yeah,
too.
there was a motion done to authorize myself and Chris Chonsick, our board president, to authorize to sell the bonds as long as we were going to generate $7 million in savings. We haven't come close to that figure in the last, 3 to 4 weeks. So, yeah, it was a no-brainer. Obviously, when they called me in the morning and said, we're still very good, everything's trending in the right direction. You're ready to go with it. And so we said yes.
WTYM, Kittanning Ford City, on the radio at AM 1380 and FM 103.7, and online at WTYMradio.com. Radio, computer, or smartphone. Stay connected to radio for your neighborhood.